Like, literally, I'd have lockdowns at school because people were jumping the border.
Yeah, nothing compares to Mexican drinking, man. Y'all go crazy. Thankfully, I'm dating a Mexican, a Latina. Y'all's food is so good.
It's just the drugs, man.
Man, alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Sports Show. We have a very special guest, a new face here. I think I've only met you like a month ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, a month ago, and he's one of my classmates, and we discussed. We just our classmate. It was more like in that class, we just kind of. It felt like we were in high school again for some reason. I don't know what it is. The class is a joke.
Basically.
Another doubt. But we have one of the coolest people I know. Super chill. Kind of weird memes. He likes laughing at the weird. One of the weird ever. But no further ado, we have my good buddy here, Malachi. This is his first time on not on camera, but like in this setting, I guess you could say. So, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. This is an easy day.
Nervous?
So, a little bit, but
yeah. We talked about before this. I was like, it's okay to get nervous. It's like we're having a conversation, but it happens to be there's 2 cameras and 2 microphones and yeah, a lot of 2s. But anyways, let's get right into it before I waste someone else's time. Obviously, people don't know him. You're from Brownsville.
yes.
So why don't you just give us, because we're based in San Antonio. He's from Brownsville. That's a 5-hour drive, like you told me, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. Run through all that.
Well, I'm from Brownsville, so right down there on the border, like literally, I'd have lockdowns at school because people were jumping the border. But that was something that would happen.
You had lockdowns?
Yeah, they would lock the school down because they're like, hey, someone's jumping the border and there's police officers everywhere. So we
like jumping to get out, or like from the border over?
From the border over.
How tall is this border?
30, 40 feet up there. Basically just envision a giant metal fence.
And people can jump. Well, you can just climb on it, no?
Yeah, people just climb on top of it. Or, the gaps through it weren't the smallest, and people will just fit right through there.
Yeah.
And so once they saw someone do that, they would just immediately be like, hey, this happened. Lock the school down, and then there's a bunch of police officers all over the place.
How many times does that happen?
Oh, man.
That's not good if there's
probably about a good, 20 to 30 times a year.
Are you for real? Has anything happened to, the school?
No, never
It was
has.
just, precaution.
It's just always like, hey, guys, this happened, so we're going to stay in class. We're not going to walk outside.
What the heck?
Yeah. The situation is usually taken care of quickly. So.
What happens to the people? Do they get in trouble or
the person who jumped?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they get taken back.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a interesting situation. But, yeah, it's about a 5-hour drive. A lot of scenery on the way up here. And, we have Elon Musk down there now ruining our beaches. So that's always fun.
Yeah, SpaceX or whatever. Why Brownsville?
I
don't get why you put it on Brownsville.
There was a lot of land space out there that wasn't really taken up.
Yeah.
And I guess he figured if we're going to dump our pollution, we might as well do it in the ocean.
That's damn.
Yeah.
So Brownsville's small, yes? Or smaller?
It's definitely smaller than a big town like San Antonio or a big city like San Antonio.
Yeah.
But it's still a pretty decent sized area.
Okay. So what's the difference between here and Brownsville?
Surprisingly not that much.
Really?
Yeah, this place San Antonio feels a lot like a bigger Brownsville to me. I think it's due to a lot of the fact that it's a big Hispanic and Mexican culture here.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's definitely something that I'm used to down there. And then not necessarily that Brownsville's a walking city, but you can definitely walk a lot of places like you can here.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's why.
Because we literally had discussion. I took the bus to get here, and he walks from his apartment to go to where he needs to go. It's like a mile. And I was like, why don't you take the bus? And then he was like, well, it's to walk. There's X, Y, and Z. That's what we were saying. So Brownsville, how close of the beach are y'all?
Ooh, okay. So there's 2 beaches. There is South Padre Island, which it's not a beach, but it's an island,
Yeah, it's not bad.
And then there is the Boca Chica Beach. The Boca Chica Beach, it's about a good 20-minute drive or so. Mm-hmm. And on a good day, South Padre is about a good 30-minute drive.
Oh, so you're literally right there.
No, yeah, I'm right there. Weekends, if I want, I'm just like, hey, I'm going to go to the island, get in my truck, and I go.
Damn, yeah, we don't got that here. Man, 20 minutes, you probably just getting down one of our freeways.
10 miles that way.
I know, one of our freeways. Was it the first few weeks? Did you ever did you miss your family at all, or do you ever get homesick, or?
I wouldn't say homesick, but I definitely am very glad whenever I do get to go back down.
Mm-hmm.
And I do miss my family a decent amount, not too much. No, but yeah, I do miss my family definitely because I was around them a good amount, and I miss my friends. That's one thing that I miss a lot because I was around them almost every day. So switching up here is like they're all gone.
Was like I feel like for me it was more like a social shock, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's a word. I just made it up.
No, I mean anything's a shock.
So like it was just, I felt like the transition was kind of, it was like it happened. I feel like it happened for me. It happened so fast where like we just like finished and it's like, okay, have fun. No, screw off.
Pretty much. I mean, like for me, so the whole summer I spent like second I graduated, I waited like a week and a half and then I immediately started working at a movie theater. So I'd be around thousands of people a day. And then whenever I wasn't working, I'm with my friends and we're just going places or just chilling at their houses. And then at the end of the summer, it's kind of like, all right, get in the car. You're going to go 5 hours away and you're going to know like 10 people, maybe. But
Make it 11.
11 now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is a social and a culture shock in both ways that there's so many cultures out here that
There's you got everyone, bro.
yeah. I'm like, you sit down there, it's just mainly Mexicans down there, Hispanics, and it's a lot of like, everywhere you go, Mexican food. People talking Spanish. I came up here, I hear so many different languages, and there's so many different kinds
Indian,
of foods everywhere.
Hebrew, Spanish, Japanese, Vietnamese, like everything, bro. You literally everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing. So you worked at a movie theater?
I did.
What movie theater?
Cinemark. It was fun. I liked working down there. I didn't really have problems with it. The hours were pretty good. The only thing I would complain about is, man, got out so late.
I bet, yeah.
Because the last movie we'd show is usually around like 11:45 to 12:15.
Mm-hmm.
So then the movie starts. We're open for 15 minutes after that, and then close down and clean everything. So if I'm working a night shift, I'm there from 5 p.m. until about 1 to 2 in the morning sometimes, depending on who the closing manager was.
Damn.
Yeah, and then afterwards, everyone's like, "Hey guys, let's go to Denny's." So we all get in our cars and just drive.
Okay, I think Denny's is between what's the other breakfast place?
IHOP.
No, another one.
That's all we had down there. It was Denny's and IHOP.
Okay, well I think IHOP is better than Denny's for sure.
Oh, for sure it is, but Denny's is also cheaper.
It's true. You ever had chicken nuggets at Denny's before?
I have not. I usually stick to getting an omelet.
That's probably a wise decision because chicken nuggets from Denny's I've had that before. It's a very, very strange. You don't go to a wings plate like Buffalo Wild Wings and then just get like Chinese food.
Yes.
You don't go to Denny's and get chicken nuggets.
No, definitely not. I mean, the chicken wings from Denny's were pretty decent.
You had chicken wings at Denny's?
Yeah, they had chicken wings there. They were actually pretty good. I can't even lie about that. It was an appetizer. I was like,
why not? Okay, that's
But yeah, like I would see thousands of people a day, especially on rush days.
Mm-hmm.
So they had me working the night shift for Deadpool's opening day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was an experience. I'll tell you that. Walking into the mall, first of all, finding parking was terrible.
Wait, so you worked in a mall?
Yeah, it was in a mall.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. So first of all, finding parking at the mall was absolutely terrible on regular days.
Yeah.
That on Deadpool, I got there about 30 minutes early and just drove around the parking lot. I'll just start driving around the entire parking lot, waiting until I saw one person.
Yeah, find a parking. Yeah, to get a parking spot.
Leave, and I would just immediately go into that spot. I would just sit in my truck and listen to music for like 10 minutes, just blasting on my speaker, and then get down, put my Cinemark hat on, and go inside. And then I immediately saw the line as soon as I got there, and I was like, damn.
I want to go home now.
I was like, this is not going to be a fun day. And I go in.
Yeah.
I clock in, do everything. And then just for hours, I'm seeing so many people. So I wasn't working the full night shift on this night.
Uh-huh.
I came in at about 3 o'clock. So like it wasn't terrible. But then as it came on, there was just no stopping the rush. Usually it'd be like rush, break, rush, break, rush, break. No, this is
full
just
rush.
Constant rush the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went on my lunch break, I was like, thank God. I grabbed a pizza, went upstairs, ate it, came back down, clocked back in, constant rush again. And then I didn't get off that night until about 12 to 1 in the morning.
Damn.
I still had to go I was hungry, so I didn't go to Denny's that night, but grabbed some food, went home, ate, showered, threw my clothes in the washer. Because guess what? They had me scheduled the next morning at 8 a.m.
What?
Yeah.
That's the grind, bro.
Yeah, so I had to open the next morning, and I was like, damn, this is going to be
an interesting.
And then, man, that work day wasn't terrible because it's the morning.
Yeah.
There wasn't a ton of people. But towards like midday, around 12 o'clock is when it started, like, people started coming in. And about halfway through my shift, I was like about to just fall asleep at the register. I got up, went to the front, grabbed a Monster, paid for it, went to the back kitchen and just chugged it. drank the entire thing. End of the shift, I was like seeing things walk around. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go home and sleep.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
Did they at least pay good?
No.
Damn it.
No, they pay terrible. Well, not terrible, but it wasn't.
It could be better.
Definitely.
With all honesty. Yeah, I got you. Nice. I never met someone who worked at a movie. Dude, like, does the movie... Okay, so, like, movie food, like, pizza... What do y'all do?
All right, so...
Here, it's, like, diverse. Pizza, like,
the
whatever.
Palladium here is great from what I've heard. I haven't been there yet. Hopefully, I go sometime either this weekend or next week.
It's right here. I think so. I think it's La Cantera. No, it's not. It's the other one.
It's a little farther down.
Yeah.
So, with all of that, a lot of movie theaters, they'll have a full menu and everything, and they'll bring it to your seat.
Yeah.
But ours, we're just a smaller theater.
Yeah.
So, for the most part, we had, like, chicken tenders, chicken wings, hot dogs, pizza, popcorn, the usual stuff.
Yeah.
But that's about it, to be honest. And the most of what happens, we get the food, we sort it all out, put it in the oven. Once it's done, we serve it right there because we don't go and serve at the theaters.
Is movie theater pizza good?
I loved it because it's Pizza Hut pizza, or at least ours was.
So y'all just bought it from Pizza Hut?
No. We have people in the back who are Pizza Hut certified, and all of our products that we use for the pizza comes from Pizza Hut.
So, like, your store-bought, is it frozen or fresh?
Fresh. Pizza Hut gives us, like, the dough, the pepperonis, the cheese,
really?
the sauce,
okay,
everything, and we make it fresh back there every day.
Okay. What about the chicken tenders?
The chicken tenders, those are store-bought.
I was about to say, bro, they no way y'all making fresh freaking chicken tenders. No way, bro.
Most, as far as I know, most movie theaters probably just store-buy a lot of the stuff like that.
Okay. What's your go-to movie theater order?
Ooh, my go-to movie theater order. So I don't get popcorn.
What?
Yeah, if anything, I get a small popcorn.
Why not?
Because I think popcorn's just all right. I think it's too salty.
It's because you put too much on it. You have to, like...
No. Okay, so the popcorn down there, it's only salted popcorn.
You can't put butter?
We can put butter, but that's about it. That's all we put on it.
No, like season... Like, sometimes they'll have, like, ranch popcorn, whatever.
I mean, if you want some, you can ask for it, but, I mean... For the most part, I don't really get anything like that. I just put butter. If anything, I'll get like a pack and put that inside because I love chocolate with popcorn.
It's sweet and salty, bro.
Yeah. But for the most part, if anything, I'll get a pack of Lifesaver gummies.
Ooh.
A
underrated
pizza.
Candy. Underrated
As hell.
For sure.
I get like one of those personal pizzas, and then I'll just go get like a large cherry Coke.
I can't do soda, bro.
I usually can't either, but for some reason, cherry Coke is like an absolute, just like, I need that whenever I go to a theater.
I used to either get Sour Patch, Skittles.
Solid.
I know Skittles are, if you have too many Skittles, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, and it gets like hard to chew. And then I would, here and there, my brother would get Lifesaver gummies, and I would snag them from him. But you get a whole, like, I used to go as like a family. So like, with my dad, it'd be like the five of us, my stepmom, my stepsister. We'd have trays with large popcorn, and just like I'd put like my Sour Patch in it, and then just smack. So good, dude. Movie theater popcorn, you can't compare to it. I don't know what they do. I think what they do, I read something. It's like they have like the vents, and they'll put the popcorn, like the smell of it, in the front, and they'll make you buy popcorn or something like that.
All I know is we have the oil that goes in. It's not pre-buttered or anything. And then obviously we have those absolutely massive popcorn machines.
Yeah.
And then we get however much popcorn we're making. I don't know the exact measurement of the cup that we use. Yeah. We put the 2 scoops of salt, put the oil in, dump in the popcorn, and then as soon as it starts popping, you're going to smell it. And you're gonna know.
So good.
But I think that's part of the reason why I don't like popcorn anymore is because I've had days where all I smell is just popcorn.
Yeah, it could be too much.
Yeah.
I see. That's a very good observation. That's a very good reason. Yeah. We have like at the movies here, we have like self-serving. So like you literally, it's like 3 popcorn machines. You press a button, and it just does it for you.
Oh wow, that's actually.
Yeah, we're kind of bougie here. I personally am.
Is that the Palladium?
I think it's Santikos. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they have a Santikos. I went one time with my girlfriend, and she got popcorn, and I was like, oh, and they have like their own butter dispenser right there. And I made it. Obviously, you know me, I make a huge mess. Like if you ever get to know me, when you get to know me, out of a deeper level, like acquaintances, Man, the biggest messy eater in the whole world.
I get you.
You give me a Chipotle bowl, the rice is going somewhere.
I tend to eat relatively clean, unless it's like a burrito, man. Because burritos or hard shell tacos, that's like the lettuce is gonna end up everywhere.
You know what, we're talking about food. One thing I have to say is Mexican food. When you like, thankfully I'm dating a Mexican, a Latina. Y'all's food is so good. I don't know what y'all do to it, but like when her mom makes food, it's just like holy. I don't know. It is so good, bro.
It's just the drugs, man. No.
What?
No.
The cartel. Got it. Okay.
I was waiting until you got that one.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's really just in our seasonings. We have tons of seasonings for tons of different like cuts of meat or whatever we're making. There's a seasoning for it, and as long as you know how to season your food, it's gonna turn out great. And Mexican food, I don't even know what it is that we put in there sometimes, but it's like we'll be making food, I'm gonna eat it, and I'm like, damn,
it's good, bro.
I just made some good food.
All right, excuse me. Top tier Mexican food list.
Oh.
Let's do cuts of meat.
Cuts of meat.
It could be pork, whatever, beef. You know what I mean?
All right.
Chicken, whatever.
So I'm gonna go top 3.
Okay.
I have cacheta.
What the is that?
I don't even know how to explain that.
I'm white.
It's
so.
similar to fajita though, at least with the way that I like it.
Okay.
Then I got fajita.
Yep.
And then on the top, honestly, and this is just because I'm a huge breakfast person.
Hell yeah.
I gotta go barbacoa.
I think I've tried it once. Is it really fatty?
It's very fatty.
Yeah.
And once you learn what it is, a lot of people don't like it.
It's like cow tongue, right?
It's cow tongue.
I was right. Nice.
It's cow tongue, part of their cheeks. I think occasionally they even do make it out of the brain.
What?
Yeah. But
all right, I'm not eating barbacoa anymore. Sorry.
No, it's very rare though. It's usually straight down there that they do that. But yeah,
Brownsville moving different, bro.
No,
man, I'll pass on Brownsville.
Hey,
man. Y'all be moving.
No, but yeah, I mean it's a lot of like cow tongue and cow cheek and stuff like that. But it's probably gonna be like one of my number one ones because I just love breakfast and I love barbacoa.
Man, I think mine has to be like, oh man, I like good beef. Beef's good. Just like beef fajitas, those are good. I feel like chicken fajitas, I think I've had so many where it tastes so dry, it just makes me sick. What was that one? Chorizo? That's a good one.
Oh, I love that.
That's a good one, man. Breakfast tacos.
Made it this morning.
Yeah, when I used to be like a little fatty, yeah, man, that was so. But it fucked me up though. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but man, you'll be in that toilet at least an hour later, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when it's extra spicy. And then, meanwhile, I can't even handle spice. I haven't had that much Mexican food, but I definitely think mine will be. I didn't have that many. I didn't have that like much Mexican food, so I don't know.
Fair enough. No, I mean, I think Mexican food is probably the best food out there. Might be a little biased, but
yeah. I mean, your last name screams Mexican, so
hey.
Nothing wrong with Mexican last names. I'm just saying.
Fair enough, but yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I was growing up around it, but I've tried other cultures' food occasionally, and I feel like just nothing really compares, in my opinion. Food. Yeah,
so good.
It's great.
How is Mexican culture different from other cultures?
Ooh, okay. So one thing for sure is the celebration of death.
Wait, I know I can butcher it.
Go for it.
I know what it. No, shit. Give me the first word.
Dia.
Second word. I know what it is until my tongue just can't pronounce it.
No. It's Dia de los Muertos.
Say again.
Dia de los Muertos.
I knew what it was. I promise you.
It's just the Day of the Dead.
You know, I watched Coco. All right, that's the most whitest thing ever. I'm done.
Hey, I mean, fair enough, man.
I'm done.
Hey, it did teach about the culture with that.
It did.
Yeah, that's one thing that I know a lot of other cultures don't do is that we celebrate death more than we, I guess, mourn it. Obviously, we're still going to be sad, but it's a big thing. And I think it is partially due to because the fact that a lot of people down there are extremely religious.
Yes, yeah,
so
for sure.
It's more of instead of being sad, it's, be happy that they're up there with God. And I guess that's just part of a big thing of the reason why we celebrate that. As far as other differences, the drinking culture, absolutely insane. I went.
Okay, I'm going to make a very bold opinion.
Go for it.
I have evidence. Okay, maybe honestly, because I'm Jewish, I feel like Jews can come in a quick second with drinking.
Y'all might be able to, honestly.
Because, I mean, some Jews, man, we get crunk. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. But, yeah, nothing compares to Mexican drinking, man. Y'all go crazy. Absolutely. I mean, it'll be like 5 o'clock, and y'all just...
5 o'clock? That's funny. So I went on, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I was on a cruise, right? And we went down to Mexico. I don't remember if it was Roatan or Cozumel or where we were, but it was like probably about 9 a.m. that we docked. At 11 o'clock, we're already down there and we're starting to hit like all the little tourist spots. And there's this one area where this guy was selling flavored tequila. And I love tequila. Like, that's one of my number ones.
Definitely of age.
Yes. And we're there. And this guy is offering them, and we're like, okay, this is interesting, because it was chocolate flavored.
Oh, is it good?
It was great.
What did it taste like?
Honestly, you could barely taste the tequila. You just tasted a lot of chocolate.
That's bad. That's horrible.
It's terrible.
Scary.
It was scary.
That's scary.
Because then he brought out more, and there was caramel, and there was butterscotch, and there was just so many different flavors that were like, why is this not, like, why do we not taste the tequila in this? By the end of it, I think I was 11 shots deep.
Jesus. Oh.
And then we went to another spot. Mind you, I'm still sober.
Yeah, apparently he can't.
I can drink a lot before I get drunk. And so then we go to another spot, and I think there they offered us some more shots, and I had about another 4 or 5, something around there.
15, 16 shots?
About 15, 16 shots in, still feeling right as rain. And we go to our last spot of the day, and it was a beach. And it was great. We were able to snorkel. There was a bunch of fish in the water.
Nice.
And I think I touched one. I don't remember. We got to get in the water and everything, but we're also at a bar. And so I ordered probably one of the whitest things I've ever had. I don't even remember what it was called. Oh, no, I do remember. It was a Shirley Temple.
Yeah, that's white. Yeah,
that's white. That was very white.
That's very white.
Okay, so behind that meeting, obviously I was on the cruise, right? But we just had like the regular house or regular room and everything.
Yeah.
I made a friend on there whose parents bought like those big, like the suites essentially. And so they had access to everything on the boat. And there was an area called the Sun Club, highest point on the ship, and they would be bringing you drinks and like whatever you asked them for, essentially. There, huh? And so you're allowed a guest. So
you got in?
So him and I got in.
Hell
and
yeah.
So he wasn't a big drinker, and obviously I wasn't gonna be like, yo, you should be drinking, right?
Yeah, I don't put that on people.
Because I mean, hey, you do you. And he offered, and so he was like, oh yeah, just order whatever you want. And he got a non-alcoholic Shirley Temple. So I was like, you know what? I'll get the same thing as he did. And in my opinion, it was kind of all right. Wasn't very good, but it was all right. And so I was like, you know what? I wonder what this tastes like with alcohol. This still wasn't that good.
Yeah, I don't drink like that. So the only thing I think I've tried once was a shot of whiskey.
That's valid.
It hurt,
I love whiskey. But so, you know, after I got the Shirley Temple, I was kind of like, this is whatever, right? So I went to go get one more drink. It was the last drink of the day. And it was a bottle maybe about this big. And in it had rum, tequila, vodka, and then mixers. I drank that entire thing, and I was still perfectly fine. I don't know how I did it. I don't know if it was the sun, if it was the water, but I felt sober as hell by the end of the day still.
That's scary.
That was scary, because I was like, is something wrong with me? Can I just not get drunk? Because at the time, I had never gotten drunk before. Like, as much as I had drank, I never got drunk.
Yeah, well, luckily for me, I've never tried getting drunk, so I'll pass up on the hangover and the puking.
Great thing, I've never been hungover.
Yeah, so this guy's an absolute. So anywhere party, go hit him up. Bring some energy. I'm sure probably get.
I agree. I'll get up, but I'll bring a lot of energy.
Yeah, I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. One of my questions is where do you get your personality from?
Oh, okay, definitely a mix between my parents.
Well, no, Sherlock. I mean, what the. I mean, they're your parents.
Hey, okay, chill out. But honestly, I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you who I got what from. I definitely got my humor from my dad. He's a funny guy, and he laughs at a lot of stupid shit the same way I do.
Yeah.
But it's also just, like, the jokes that he makes, the jokes that I make, and the things that we'll see that, like, we'll just, like, oh, that's funny. And, like, some people are just kind of, like, I was like, I don't know. It's just, I definitely got my humor from my dad. My work ethic, probably from both of them. They're both hard workers. I try to be as hard of a worker as I can. Sometimes it's not the best, but
I appreciate the honesty.
I definitely
respect the honesty.
I mean, we've had an essay due for like a little while.
Oh man, this school shit's a joke, bro.
It's an absolute joke. An 8-page essay on mental health.
Man, I'm not what the hell are we doing that for, bro?
I'm not writing.
We already know we're
If I wanted to learn about my mental health, I'd go to psychology. But I'm in engineering. Why am I writing?
Hard.
But yeah, so and then I guess just everything else is a mix from my friends, honestly. 3 of my closest friends, Nathan, Ashton, Jaime. I hope you watch this. If you don't, you're fake.
Bars.
They definitely helped.
Subscribe. Like. Please. Okay, go
They definitely helped mold me into what I am and who I am and the way that I do a lot of the things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, other than that, it's just kind of like things that I do, things that I find, YouTubers, movies, whatever.
Okay. Because I know I think like the first or second week of class, I happened to be editing an episode, the previous episode before this, and I don't know what we were talking about. I think he mentioned buying a camera, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I have a podcast. He's like, what? And then yeah, I showed him. I was like, yeah, I'm editing it right now, and then we connected, and then yeah, so that's how we ended up here with. At least that's out the way. But out of your whole personality, what's one strong trait and one weak trait?
Ooh, a strong trait. I probably got to say dedication, because once I want to do something, I want to do it, which is part of the reason why as that day that you were talking about where I found out you did the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
It was because I came in and I told you that I wanted to do like videography and cinematography and stuff like that, and that's been something that I've been like working for probably since my junior year of high school, my sophomore year, around there.
Hell yeah.
Once I really started getting into like movies and the way they were made and all of that.
Yeah.
So my dedication is definitely like one of my stronger points. My weaker points, so ironically enough, they kind of go hand in hand. My weaker points is my motivation.
So like discipline.
Yeah.
That's funny. One of my questions is, what does the word discipline mean to you?
I guess discipline, in a way, it's kind of just the way that you push yourself and the way that you see that you should be doing things. Whether you reach them or not is up to you, and that depends on how disciplined you actually are. Because I know a lot of people, like old coaches and everything, would have said like discipline is how you listen to people or how you listen to this and do it. I'm like, not really. Like, discipline is what you do, how you do it, and how dedicated you are to do it.
Okay.
What about you?
What discipline means to me, I think, is doing something when like you know what you're supposed to be doing, but you do it when you don't want to do it. Like, for example, I'm a big gym guy. Like, I have a healthy shirt, whatever. I'm a big gym rat. Like, I even have a shaker bottle outside of camera. Like, I'm a big gym guy. Man, I have a hard time. Like, I go in the mornings. Man, there's tons of mornings where I do not want to get up and I don't want to go. Like, this bed, it may be it's a firm bed. It may be like, it may not be as comfy, but it definitely is more like, I would rather stay here than go, sweat off.
Definitely.
So it's more of like, how self-aware can you be, and how you can depict your actions, and no matter how you're feeling, continue to handle business meaning working out, business meaning going to work, business meaning something like this, or just anything in life, going to school, cooking, whatever. Is like, however you're feeling doesn't involve with what needs to get done, responsibility, things like that. That's my thing of discipline. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. I was just, that's what it means to me. But
I mean, yeah, that's a good way to define discipline, honestly.
I appreciate that.
Probably better than my definition, but
well, I feel like we all have our different discipline. Like, for example, your discipline's different from mine. Like, your discipline is like writing your essay. I'll write my essay, but like not right now. Like, you may do it tomorrow, I may do mine
you're fine.
the day before. But it's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going off to another question, I feel like it's kind of similar in the same area of, like, I guess, self-awareness and improvement, because discipline kind of relates to that. I wrote down, what is one thing you want to be better at, and then how can you make it better?
All right, one thing I definitely want to be better at is getting myself into the gym.
Hell yeah.
Because I've been going, and I think the way I'm just going to get better at it, I'm just going to have to start, like, kicking my about it.
Okay.
Like, if I don't go, I gotta like just not do something that I actually like doing. You know what I mean?
Like a punishment?
Yeah, like a punishment. Like, oh, you didn't go to this, you don't get to drink this weekend. Probably not the best. I
I
probably shouldn't drink anyways.
No, you definitely shouldn't. Well, I mean, I'm not saying drinking is bad. I mean, drinking is good in the right manner, but like, I don't know about getting like, bad hardcore, but I mean, that's preference.
But I mean, yeah, like, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, if you didn't go to the gym, you don't get to do this. You don't get to enjoy a good meal. You have to just eat strict after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not like,
I was
you're
like,
not gonna
no,
eat.
you're not gonna eat today. I was like, damn, all right. Well, I mean, there's that extent.
That's a little extreme.
That extent. Okay, I see. And do you have an apartment gym or?
No, the only one I have is the rec.
Oh.
Which is why it's a little harder for me sometimes to like be like, damn, I should go to the gym, because I'm like, gotta walk half a mile just to get to the rec.
It's right there. What do you mean? University Oaks is just up the hill.
Well, maybe not half a mile, but
it's definitely shorter than where you normally go every day.
Yeah, definitely shorter than like if you have something right there. Yeah, I think that is partially it, but I just kind of have to get over that. Just be like, deal with it.
And can I ask you, what are the reasons why you want to go to the gym more?
Health reasons.
Okay.
Bit of insecurity, but I think everyone has that.
Okay.
And that's definitely one of the things that I want to get over. But health reasons is a good part of it, and just kind of just overall, I feel better when I am working out than when I don't work out.
Yes, it's true. It's when you exercise, you do feel better. It's. I want you to become a gym bro. It's great.
I'm trying.
It's great. No, you can still do it. It doesn't matter. If you're Mexican, white, whatever. You could classify yourself. You just need to get that, but also you need to be afraid of women.
Oh, I'm already terrified of them.
Great. You need to enjoy checking yourself out in the mirror, and then potentially maybe getting a gallon jug or meal prepping.
I have one of those at home.
There you go.
And I do need to start meal prepping.
Well, do you have meal prep containers?
I don't. I need to go get some.
Oh, well, I was going to accept you to the club, but...
Damn, so
yeah,
close.
Man, you got to get those.
You know what? My mother's coming in tomorrow. We're going to Walmart.
There you go. And then you got an application, man. It's true, yeah. And me saying I'm afraid of women when I have a girlfriend, so... that doesn't add up. But anyways, obviously, I did a little bit of stalking with just full blunt honesty. I do research on my guests just, to make them feel, I guess, special. But now thinking about it, it's kind of weird. But he played sports. We talked about this. He played football. He had a couple injuries, but you're full 100% healthy. One of my questions was how sports changed you as a young man.
It definitely did help. And I backtracking a little bit. Discipline wise helped me so much more.
Yeah,
because there was days where I didn't want to wake up because of it.
For real.
Because football, so back there we had a football practice at 6:15 on field, strict time. If you were a minute or two late after practice, 100-yard sprint, 100-yard backward drill, and 100-yard bear crawl before the coach got across the field.
What if you didn't?
If you didn't, you gotta do it again.
But what if you physically can't? I'm being
you gotta figure it out.
You gotta figure it out, chief. You gotta figure it out, bro.
Definitely did help with my discipline, and it gave me an outlet to go work out.
Yeah.
Because, as a high school student, all you have is maybe a public gym. But up until my senior year, I didn't even have my own truck until the very end of my senior year. So public gyms was a little hard of an ask because my mom gets out at 5, and then she's tired from work, so I don't want to bother her and be like, hey, can you take me to the gym? And then have her pick me up an hour or two later,
Yeah.
So definitely gave me a reason and a way to work out easier without having to worry about spending money on a membership, worry about how I'm going to get there, how I'm going to get back, and everything like that. Sure. I love my coaches. Coach Ram, my head coach, great guy. Probably one of the nicest people you're going to meet. When he needed to, super strict, but whenever he didn't have to and he knew something was going on or something happened outside, he was the sweetest man you'd ever meet.
Nice.
Coach Lozano wasn't my coach. He was the offensive line coach. But man, if you were feeling down on yourself or he saw you were just discouraged, he'd go up and he'd talk to you.
Yeah.
And he'd help you realize hey, you're fine. You got this. So I definitely do think that it helped me realize that football might not be my entire life, but it was a big aspect, and it definitely did just help me grow as a person.
Yeah. So how's it changed you?
How's it changed me? I was a little I was a little annoying band kid. I was a band kid.
You were? What instrument did you play?
I played tuba. Well, it depended on what was going on. Middle school, I played trombone my 6th grade year. And then I was good at that, but my band director was like, play the tuba. And I was like,
that's up.
Yeah. No, not necessarily that he looked me up and down, but he's like,
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put two
a tubby kid.
Let's put two and two together.
Part of it. And he was like, I've seen your dad. He has broad shoulders. You'd be great on tuba. I was like, I don't see how those correlate. And so I played tuba. I had to learn that over the summer on my own. Yeah, he helped, but come on.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. When it comes to an instrument, especially after playing your first one, you're kind of just teaching yourself. My junior year, when I tore my UCL, told you about that. So all throughout marching band, obviously I still played tuba. I was a sousaphone, and they're like, we don't need you to have to pick this up and injure yourself again. So they told me to learn the baritone. So on my own, I had to figure out the baritone, and then after that, I wanted to play jazz, and they were like, no tubas in jazz. So they made me learn the bass trombone. I was just kind of all over the place with instruments. It was all in the low brass area, but I was all over the place with that. But yeah, I used to be a little annoying band kid. Didn't know when to shut up. No discipline at all. The only thing I had was my school ethic, and that was it. And even then, it was getting bad. I wouldn't turn my work in until the last day of the 6 weeks. Kind of bad.
Oh, I see.
Which I know definitely annoyed my teachers, especially one of my teachers, my favorite teacher ever, Mr. Guerrero. I'm sure he's actually gonna watch this because I have him on Instagram. Best man ever. He's a family friend.
Yeah.
Love that guy. But yeah, so football definitely gave me discipline, and it helped me learn hey, this isn't appropriate for right now. Let's chill out.
Shut up.
Basically.
Well, yeah. More of a what's the word? Mine's more of an explicit version. This is more of a chill version.
Yeah, it's kind of just like just chill out. And I still can be annoying, and definitely will be in the future. You know, it definitely just like helped me realize like, hey, you know, there's a time and place for everything. Sometimes that's just not the time.
You want to know something? I also was in band.
Really?
Guess what instrument I played? I'm not. You get 3 guesses.
I get 3 guesses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go off the bat. Saxophone.
No.
Percussion.
No.
Was it a tuba?
No.
What was it?
It's a clarinet, bro.
Clarinet. Oh my gosh.
And I was a tubby too.
That'll be my next one.
Man, I stopped that after my junior year.
Yup, same.
No, sophomore. It was a waste of my time.
Yeah, so I was not a fan of my head band director.
Me either.
She was just like insanely strict about it. Didn't when it came to marching, which is where she chose like the main music, didn't like the songs that she chose. Then they would constantly tell me like year after the next, like, oh, next year's gonna be more low brass bass. You're gonna have a more fun time.
Nope.
Never was. It never was more fun. The marching aspect I did enjoy because at least I got to have a couple of fun parts. Mm-hmm. When it came to the concert season, I loved my band director, Mr. Clark, who's a great guy. But the music, it was fun for a good amount of it because he was the low brass director in general. And so he would choose music that would involve the low brass a little more. But whenever it came to like ballads or anything or any marches or stuff like that, marches is just 1-3, 1-3, 1-3 up and down on the notes. Yeah. Nothing too fun. And then ballads is just calm, in the back, soft. And I was just kind of like, this is not that fun for me anymore. So I was initially going to quit my junior year. But then since I tore my UCL, I was kind of like, I guess I should stay in it. That way I have something to do. And so I stayed in band for that, which worked out in the end because I ended up going to Disney World with band later on that year. And then as soon as that was over, I quit band. I was just like, all right, that was enough for me, guys.
Appreciate the free ride.
That wasn't free.
Well, I appreciate the ride. There you go.
Appreciate the ride.
There you go.
Yeah, I did have to pay for my my trip over there, but it was definitely cheaper than had I initially decided I'm gonna go to Disney, stay there for 3 days, and then also do Universal for 2 days. Yeah. So, and we got to record at their studio recordings. They gave us music for certain parts of I think we did Moana. Yeah. And we would play it, recorded it. They'd put it over the movie at those parts, and they would show it to us, and they showed us the recording back to us.
That's nice.
And it was a fun experience for that.
That's cool.
But yeah, after that I quit and I just focused on football for my entire senior year.
Yeah.
They say what they say. I say what I say. That's about all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I did make not enemies, but there's a lot of people that I used to talk to that once I quit, they just stopped talking to me, and I was like, that's why.
In band or football?
Band.
Man, you ain't gonna know each other in a year.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, whatever. Let bygones be bygones. I don't care.
Yeah, not for real.
I have no personal beef.
Yeah, bro. Waste of time. All right, we are running out of time, and I wish we could do this so much earlier. But we were gonna go a different location, but some people had to be there, and I asked how much time they had left, and they just went, So I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna be stuck in my room, and I was really looking forward to because like the other location would have been 10 times better, and I'm hoping when the other episode comes out, we'll be in a different location, and we should be good to go. Anyways,
definitely.
I have my closing question for you.
All right.
And then we're gonna sign off. My closing question is: if right now your life is a book, you're currently in the chapter. What's the chapter called?
What's this chapter called? Man.
Don't be lame.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think.
Like, figuring things out. How to. It's like, come on, give me some.
I mean, I guess you could honestly just call this chapter the exploration, because right now I'm exploring on everything that I like, the things that I like to do, the people that I like to hang out with. I'm on a podcast. Like, this is something I've never done before, So I'm just trying out a bunch of new things. I did my laundry the other day. I came back and I see these guys climbing a wall, and I'm like, you know what? This seems kind of fun. So I just sat there and watched, and I just made friends right there. Went over to an apartment because random people that I met, I'm gonna get in their apartment. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Climbing, this is a Mexican thing to do.
That's funny.
But yeah, I just kind of find everything out this year and next year. It's just, I think it's a big part of college. Yep. But yeah, definitely this is just the exploration chapter right now.
I like that. I've gotten a lot more like common, like figuring things out or college. Like,
college.
Like, give me some more energy.
Well, what would you name this chapter for yourself?
For myself, I'd say is damn it. I hate it. I hate when people do this. No, I don't hate it. I enjoy it, actually. I think mine would be, I'd say probably getting back to the basics. Okay. Of just, like, I used to really pride myself in, like, taking care of my like taking care of myself. I definitely like fell off once you get to college or like get out of high school. And so I last year kicked my ass, and this year it's more different where I'm like, when you are self-aware, you start to see the actions that you do and you catch yourself in the moment and you backtrack and you change them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for example, let's say we can bring up drinking. Why not? Whatever. Like, let's say you have a really bad argument and you drink. I mean, now you're coping. It's like when you catch yourself in the moment, you're like, probably shouldn't drink because X, Y, and Z, it makes me this, whatever, this, that. And you catch yourself and you reverse it and you just like fight that
temptation.
Yes. So, but I just feel like it's getting back to the basics of just who I am as a person and how I can be better and not paying attention to school because it's a scam. Anyways, everyone at home, thank you for coming on. I wish it could be shorter. We can definitely do another one.
I would love to.
I think we could get in the books and definitely have as much time as we need, and hopefully in the right place we can be, because this is I love my room. This is a little small. But everyone at home, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Make sure you tell your mom you love her, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.